Hi ladies, Kay again, back with something different this time. I don't know how many of you have actually heard of a site called Handy Hippo. It's a craft site, a dedicated craft site online, and it deals with 65 top brands, including Graphics 45, Prima, Kaiser Craft, Sizex, and all the most notable and some of the up-and-coming aspiring companies. They ship internationally, they offer free shipping on orders over £40, and shipping generally in the UK starts from £2.29 for small parcels, which I don't think is too bad. They also do gift vouchers on their site. They have how-to tips, buying guides, so if you had a project they may well suggest what would suit to ensure that you didn't buy unnecessary things, which is also great. And then they have general information about the stuff that they stock. Why am I rabbiting on about this, you may well be asking yourself, and it is purely because when I first looked at their site I saw that they had a vlog notice there, and they were asking for crafters to promote or help them promote new products that they are introducing into their already vast collection of craft items. And I was asked if I were to be accepted, did I have a project in mind, and I said, because I am an avid fan of Graphics 45, that I quite like their paper stacks, and I was allowed to choose a paper stack for the project that I had in mind, and at the same time was asked if I would use a new product that Handy Hippo have taken on board, and it's modelling cream. It is £6.50 a pot for 90ml. It's quite liquid, it's not like the other paste mediums that you can sculpt and show so on, but it is very effective on mask work, on decorative work, and extremely versatile with other mediums such as glitter, alcohol inks that you can actually blend in together and change the colour if you need to. I opted for these two colours because I think that they are probably the most versatile for the kind of work that I do. It is paralysed, which already makes it straight ahead of some of the matte mediums that are available on the market, and for 90ml I don't think it's a bad price at all. It's by a company called Viva, and it is a modelling cream, not to be confused with a paste or a putty or clay or anything of that nature. It is very nice to work with, it spreads beautifully, you are able to put it back into the jar if you overuse the product on, say, a mask. You can just scrape it all up and put it back in the pot, and it will go on and on and on. I would like to show you something that I've worked on today, just to emphasize that very point, so I'll leave those over there. What I've done using, I'll just get out the pad first. This is the Graphics 45 by the Sea pad, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, to the Graphic 45 standard, the papers are just amazing. Handy Hippo currently have it in stock. The two latest pads, one of them is Eerie Tales, I believe it's called, and the other one is Come Away With Me, I think, something of that nature. The stacks come in 6x6, 8x8 and 12x12. This is the 8x8. I didn't need a 12x12, but had I required it, I'm sure it would have been given to me for my project. These are all double-sided papers, as you can see, and Handy Hippo are delighted to have them in stock. Not only do they have the paper stacks now, they also have the stickers, they have the chipboard die cuts that all marry up and help create your projects and just keep everything colour coordinated so you don't have to worry unduly. And I will now show you the canvas that I've worked on today, and I do hope you like it. It's very much the front cover of the stack, as you can see, but you get 3 different sheets of each one, and what I've done is fussy cut out several of the details, the lady here with her hat, the children and the lighthouse. I've glossy accented that just to bring up some of the detail. We collected shells from the local beaches, and I've just randomly put them around the edge of the canvas to fill in space and just marry up the theme. There are all kinds of different shells here, which I'm hoping the camera is picking up. I've also used little glass dots and so on, but in amongst all of that, the sand coloured glitter stuff here, which I've just embossed through a mask on directly onto the canvas and then applied glamour dust onto it all the way around, is the effects of the modelling cream. It really is lovely. It picks up every detail. It takes about an hour to dry, and even though I've covered it up with burlap and all that kind of thing, when you see it in reality it looks like grains of sand and is really, really effective. I doubt very much whether the camera would pick that up. No, says my film crew, which is a shame. But texturally it is absolutely gorgeous. It really does look as though I've just splodged on some glue and then put sand straight from the sea onto the project. It is gorgeous, it really is. I'm quite pleased with how this has come out actually. I don't usually work in such strong colours. I didn't feel that I wanted to add any whitewash to it or anything. The seaside is a happy place and needs the colour and so on to bring it all out, but thanks to Handy Hippo, all of these things came together because they donated the modelling cream and the paper pack to my project. You can see I've used the papers not sparingly. There's a little bit of bunting up here, some bunting down in the corner. I've fussy cut around a starfish and shells and that kind of thing, glittered up by the sea for the wording, and that is just a few pages from the paper stack. The other thing that I bought from Handy Hippo, which they had in stock, is this pack of bunting. And what I've done is use the graphic 45 papers to cover, and then I'm going to use some of the postcard bits and pieces to embellish, thread some rope through the holes at the back here. It's all wood chip, it's not cardboard, and these are all pre-bored holes. These on the site were again very, very reasonable. They really do have a myriad of supplies on their site, so I bought those just to use up some more of the paper pack, and they come under home deco, and there are ideas on the packaging and so on as to how you would perhaps put them together for a child's room or any design that you wanted to do really. And the other thing that I needed to tell you whilst I'm here are their card stacks, card packs that they do. This is a what they call the swing card, and it just, as you open it, it turns. You've got a second layer here, very reminiscent of the dies that you can buy, but obviously you don't need to do that with these, and you just decorate them up, and then as you open the cards, so these things spring, and you just, all your decoration and so on just goes along with it. Very, very reasonable. They all come with envelopes, and I believe, if you bear with me, I've got it written down here, they're $3.49 for, let me have a check, 10 cards and 10 envelopes, which is not to be sneezed at. It really isn't. They also carry the Prima dolls that are currently in the hit parade of crafting. It's 65 top brands that they stock. They also have, as do most places, but theirs is really, really good, a clearance area, and you get between 20 and 47% reduction on the normal retail price for clearance. Handy Hippo are very good. They offer extra enhancements if you buy from clearance. Just last weekend, I believe, there was a further 10% on whatever was being advertised on the site. If you go along and sign up to them and register with them, you do get email notification of all the special offers. There's a newsletter twice a year, I believe. Don't quote me on it because I can't quite remember. I did write it down, but I've got so much stuff written down here. It really is worth a look. Their turnaround on postage is very, very good. Because I also ordered the rose mould that Scrimping Mummy did a video on, but instead of using the WOW, the hot liquid, I just used air dry clay, and I'm delighted to be able to tell you these are raw. This is the raw clay. This is how the clay rose comes out, and then you're more than able to paint it. You could use something like this on it because it's paralysed, and just add to the dimension and really turn that into a beautiful embellishment for your craft projects. So if you're like me and you don't quite like the thought of heating things up to melting point, but you're happy to get your hands covered in dry clay, then perhaps that's the way to go. But the roses are really beautifully detailed, and the mould is well worth the money. Howsoever, I think that will do for now. If you have a mind to, do check them out. They are an up-and-coming company. They do want to hear from crafters about the kinds of things that they're interested in, and I think they're worth a good look. You might find something there that would come in handy or be at a better price than some of the other places that you shop from a clearance point of view. Thank you very much for watching. I hope once again that the canvas is liked. Do feel free to leave a comment, and thank you very much for watching. Take care everyone. Bye bye.